Happy New Year, everyone. Welcome to 2025, first Napkin Numbers. We're here to talk about growth through acquisition and all the fun things that are going on in the M&A space. So trending out of last year, we heard rates were going down. That's no different coming into this year, which is going to help open up more financing, which is going to put more money coming from the sidelines into the game, which means there's going to be more moving and shaking in the business world of acquisition. We're right in the midst of the silver tsunami. That's the baby boomers exiting the business world. And for our country's first time in its history, we have more sellers than we do buyers, more inventory, right? So what is that going to do? Going to create a lot of consolidations. And we're already seeing this all over the place with the big companies, all the way down to the small companies that you don't really hear about doing stealth consolidations, buying businesses in their same sector, on the other side of the street and rolling them up and having an exit strategy over the next 5 to 7 years. So we're going to talk a little bit about that and all the different ways that you can grow through acquisition. Scott, what are some of the things that you're seeing right now with some of the buyer groups that we're working with doing similar strategies?
Yeah, that's a really good question. I think they're kind of all over the board, but one of the biggest things that sticks out is this idea about interest rates and the cost of capital. And as you start seeing that to come down and that money coming into play, what we're going to see probably later part of this year. Yeah, everybody's got a different opinion. You're going to start seeing this increase in, hey, I want to buy this company. I want to buy that company. All of these buyers going out and taking them off the market, which means you're going to start getting a seller's market. For the last few years, when interest rates went up, guidelines got tough, what happened is that all of a sudden, people that were selling their companies, they didn't have buyers. They had to slowly start taking down their price or come up with really creative financing options. So what we're seeing now, and that, by the way, it starts to create a buyer's market where the price goes down. Now, when all of a sudden people have money, where they have access to more money, right? With lower rates, maybe I had $100,000, now I got $150,000. So they're taking that cash flow, they're taking the things that are changing in the economy, and they're saying, I want to buy a company now. And those prices will slowly start to tick up. So as we're getting into this transition, like Rahsaan said, there's this silver tsunami. There's all this wealth being transferred from one generation to the next in businesses. If you're interested in making an acquisition, these next few years are going to be crucial that you get out in front of all of these other people getting cheaper rates too.
And we're not just talking about the game, we're playing in it because we're looking to acquire some businesses ourselves, add them to our portfolio of manufacturing companies. And we're looking up and down the vertical, right? Businesses that would add value to us because they have economies of scale, where if somebody buying them as is that doesn't have the network of businesses that we have, it might not be as valuable to them. So to us, those businesses are worth more, which means we might be willing to pay a premium if it's a pretty solid business. This is why the business valuation is a moving target. It all depends on who's at the table. It can be over here from this person and down here from the next person and back up here and the next person because they have different synergies that they bring to the table. So as again, we stated, the world of acquisition, there's going to be a lot of moving and shaking this year. If you want to get in the game, let us know, reach out to us. We're here. And that'll conclude our first episode of Napkin Numbers for 2025. Thank you for attending.
We'll talk to you and see you later in the year. Everybody make sure you like and subscribe this.